Yeah, we are engaging with the United States, I would say without any interruptions. This is my first meeting with the Secretary of Commerce, Latnik, so it's true that we are exchanging the ideas, we are exchanging the positions and proceeding, I would say, very well in overall scoping of what are, I would say, the key elements on the both sides. I would say that it's not a secret that for US, I would say one of the principal issue is the deficit in goods, and they want to see how this could be addressed in discussion with us. We, of course, are reminding our American partners that we also have a deficit in services, and we should look at it from, let's say, both angles. And then, of course, there are the areas to which I was already alluding in my previous answers, where we are absolutely convinced that we can achieve much better results if we would address them jointly as allies. And these are overcapacities. I would say that steel in particular is one of the examples. Dependencies. We spend a lot of time discussing critical raw materials. Cooperation in the sensitive technologies. We both want to have very developed AI in Europe and US, and you know that we have some of the super unique technologies in Europe, which I think is needed and necessary on the both sides of the Atlantic. So I would say these are the key areas where we are discussing. I think what is very important for us is that the outcome of these negotiations would be fair and balanced. That's, I think, it's something what we very much insisting upon, and this is, I would say, the permanent point of our discussions. And your last part of the question, this was kind of approval process of the agreements which we already concluded or which we are currently negotiating. And I was just presenting to the honorable ministers, and once again would like to thank Michał for the support. The situation that today we are really living in absolute paradigm shift if it comes to the global trade. So the approach which we had not only in Europe but elsewhere in the world, that we could take years to negotiate the trade deals, and then we needed additional number of years for approval and ratification. I think that these times are over. I mean, and I'm working day and night together with the whole team in the European Commission to look for the new agreements which would open new market access for our businesses, or which would simply put the agreements which we already negotiated and concluded to the better use. And what is, of course, very often happen, that because of our internal approval procedures, we are losing months, sometimes year, before these agreements entered into force. And that was the topic of the discussions. What can we do to kind of shorten each part of this, I would say, approval process? So once we conclude the negotiations with our new free trading partner, that actually they would enter in force much faster, so we can benefit from them much earlier. And I think there was a lot of understanding in the council, and therefore we would explore this possibility how to accelerate this period, which is always there after you conclude the negotiations, as much as possible.